Hey guys, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews, and today we're going to kind of do our little state of the channel video. We're going to talk a little bit of stuff that's going on, acknowledge some things that went down, and just stuff like that. For those of you who've never tuned into one of the state of the channel videos, it's a lot for me to kind of just be more transparent and allow you guys to kind of know what's going on and what to expect this month. Stuff along those lines. So as a lot of you know, I had a bunch of issues with an individual this last month on YouTube. Those issues have since been resolved, I suppose. I haven't really talked to the individual about it. All I know is their videos were pulled down. I don't know if that was from flagging. I don't know if that was because of the mass amount of hate the individual was getting. Couldn't tell you. I know nothing about it. You might even know more than I do about it. In lieu of that, I also had an individual do a video, well, not a video, it was during his live stream, where he was kind of bashing me for saying why I preferred console games over PC. A lot of you have seen that video, and a lot of it comes down to the fact that I work on computers all day, and then I come home and I work on a computer to do my YouTube videos. I don't want to be on a computer 24/7. I really don't. I'm sorry. And in that beginning of that video, I even stated that a lot of it was my opinion. None of it was like solid, tangible, here's why it's... Because I never said it was better. I fully can acknowledge that PC gaming does hold quite a big torch over console gaming. But this guy decided to tear me up in a live stream. I don't really know what he said. I just had someone tell me that he tossed my name in. I'm going to go ahead and assume it was possibly even the same person who made EC aware of my existence. But this guy has about the same amount of subscribers as me. It was really funny because the person he was ripping on after me, where he just watches these YouTube videos of console peasants and tries to tear them apart, which there will be another video coming about that soon, where he tries to tear them apart in a very mean manner, but it's not even, like, funny. Like, he doesn't even have what Rags has going for him. And, yeah, he just comes off as rude. My wife was watching his live stream of the next guy, and he keeps going, oh, I don't even know why I'm still watching this. This is so hard to watch. And my wife commented in the live stream, so why are you still watching this? And he perma-banned her, so... I guess some people are just very sensitive to what's said. Speaking of sensitive and things that are said, I had an individual comment on my video recently about the YouTube advertisers boycott, which some of you may have caught, and some of you may have caught this was the pinned post on there. But an individual by the name of Plug and Play put, "It's not censoring the internet, you libertarian tard." While I agree with you about the mainstream media, you seriously need to get more educated on global economics and advertising, as well as the Constitution. YouTube is not the whole of the internet. It is a private company, and as a user, you agree to a terms of service. Your definition of free speech is also half-assed. Free speech is not what you think it is and does not grant you the right to make terrorist videos or make threats of violence. Nowhere in your left-wing snowflake liberal agenda do you make any fucking sense. Do yourself a favor and stick to the GameStop bashing video game stuff and leave the political and socioeconomic talk to the adults. Obviously, I fired back and he was like, oh, I guess you didn't really want people's opinions. No, I do want people's opinions. The difference is you served your opinion like a douchebag. Then he proceeds to go on and blame my public school education, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I actually went to a private school named Bishop Watterson and Our Lady of Peace. And then my junior and sophomore year were spent at a public school by the name of Olentangy Liberty, which is regarded as one of the best public schools in my state. So put yourself in check before you decide to go off on someone that you clearly know nothing about. And when you sit there and try to say that libertarians are liberals, you clearly are proving the point that you do not understand what a libertarian is. He then went on to exclaim that he has a bachelor's degree, so clearly he knows more about the Libertarian Party than someone who is a libertarian. But, fun fact, he would never answer what his bachelor's degree was in. So yeah, when you come off as a self-entitled jackass, I'm probably going to rip you a new one. So for those of you who wonder, oh, how does Nick get these haters on his videos? Like, how does he have 13 dislikes on his autism videos? Which this whole month is autism awareness, which is very important to me because my son is autistic. So when you're wondering, how does he have these dislikes? It's because I like to burn people in the comments who like to try to feel like their opinion is the only opinion, or that they're better than other people because they got a bachelor's degree and only God knows what. I'm going to assume he got a degree in, recreational yoga, just judging by the pompous prick that he is. But it was a pretty fun little conversation because, yeah, he just wouldn't take that L. Like, no matter what I did, man, it was bad. So my autism videos have not been doing very well. They have actually been my least viewed videos over the last couple of months here on YouTube, which makes me a little sad, seeing as that's a very important cause to me, and I also wanted to be able to raise a lot of awareness. So a lot of you are terribly against Autism Speaks, which, those of you who aren't aware, I am raising money this whole month. Any t-shirt sales or any donations you make to me through Super Chat or through PayPal will be getting donated over to an autism charity. However, a lot of you apparently dislike Autism Speaks and are citing a lot of old stuff about it. The owners of Autism Speaks have not been the same for a couple years now. They are not trying to cure autism or anything along those lines. So what I think I might do is I might take that money and I might reinvest it into doing my own autism campaigning and awareness campaigns. Maybe doing some public speaking at some local centers or anything like that, which would make me have to make a PowerPoint and some kind of presentation in a way to really talk about this, which is something I am actually thinking about doing. So please let me know if you would support me in that in the comments and what your opinion is towards that for me. I wouldn't just want to do autism. I would also want to stand up against bullying. I don't mean your average playground bullying. Trust me, bullying to some degree builds character because you'll eventually learn to defend yourself and stick up against the bully. But keep in mind, there are a lot of things that I'm very against and things I morally stand by. But yeah, oh my God, there have been so many trolls. There was even this one dude who I obviously can find. I know I've burned him before. I know he said something that was super smart-assed in my comments. And I know I tore him to shreds for it, and I can't remember what it was or what video it was. But he felt on my autism videos, and he tried to delete the post before I could see it. But he made the comment of, "I'm not even surprised he attracts an autistic crowd." A lot of you probably saw me post that comment up on Twitter, but yeah, screw you, buddy. You're a jackass. I would rather have autistic crowd than you. So I hope that was helpful. But, so now you know that people just hate watching my videos because of stuff like that. So, I wanted to talk about some newer series and stuff that I plan on bringing to this channel throughout this month. I wanted to do some series where I'm going to do some introductions to disc golf. So a lot of you people might know that I am super obsessed with disc golf, and it is something I do a lot during the summer. So I might do some videos to get you guys up to speed on what disc golf is, what the different items are that you might need to play disc golf, different companies, stuff along those lines. Essentially, I'm a huge disc golf guy, and I would like to share that passion with all of you, and a lot of you typically like the videos where I'm very passionate in them, which is all of them, because I wouldn't talk about something I'm not passionate about. Now, a lot of you also saw the YouTuber advertiser boycott video, and I made some bold claims that I thought the Wall Street Journal was attacking YouTube because they were bitter because they couldn't do any damage to PewDiePie, and essentially found out why they suck and they're irrelevant. Well, I had a couple people call me conspiracy theorists, but now Philip DeFranco and H3H3, all of them actually stated the same thing as me, and my video was up first. That's crazy, isn't it? Just insane. Yeah, the Wall Street Journal is irrelevant, and they try to get you to pay for a monthly subscription. H3H3, which I don't watch all of his videos, but I do like some of them, even stated he would rather sacrifice his firstborn child than sign up for a Wall Street Journal subscription, which is pretty real. Wall Street Journal's pretty crappy. I mean, they're essentially like BuzzFeed at this point. They rely solely on clickbait titles, which is pretty sad. I'm going to run a clickbait test at some point. You'll all see what I mean, and you'll know what it is after it happens. Also, I'm going to be hopefully bringing about my local spotlight. A lot of you might wonder, what is a local spotlight? Well, my local spotlight is going to be showing off different local-owned businesses or things in my area, like Cosi, Columbus Zoo, Zambezi Bay, Cedar Point, Kings Island, some mom-and-pop game shops, some barcades. Barcade is an arcade with a bar. Just a heads up. I don't know how many people use that term, but it's what I have called it since its inception. I will also be touching on some local restaurants, just some cool stuff to do while you're in Ohio. I also may try to plan kind of like a meet and greet soon. So like for those of you who actually want to meet me, and it might be at one of these local locations. I might sign some autographs, take some pictures, kiss some babies. Probably not on kissing babies, but you know. I also will have more autism content coming. So a big part of this month is to spread awareness for me. And a lot of the content I am going to make for that is not even necessarily just going to be my content. I've had some of my subscribers who have stories and experiences with either autistic, my tongue went numb, or just incapable of thinking. So I have some subscribers that have autistic children or experience with autistic children, and some of them have been nice enough to share their stories with me, and I'm kind of going to one of them sent me voice footage, so I have literally a recording. I'm going to put some photos and stuff up, and we're going to talk about autism and try to help spread awareness. The reason why awareness is so important with this specific disorder is because most people don't understand it, but this is going to be something we'll talk about in a later video, so don't worry. A lot of you may also know that I recently picked up a GoPro. If you follow me on Twitter, that was talked about on there. I got a buttload of accessories for it too, like an insane amount. So I will be using that while I do my Frisbee golfing videos, and some of them might be teaching videos and instructional videos. I really like Frisbee golf. Like, I love Frisbee golf. I hope you all do too. But before we forget, my Patreon supporters are also going to be getting a special reward this month. Anyone in the $10 tier and above, because I'm already going to be mailing you something, will be getting something special along with your handwritten thank you letter. And I thought this was really good. Some of you may not like it. Actually, none of you are going to dislike it. This is awesome, and no other YouTuber has ever done this. And what you choose to do with this after I give it to you is up to you. Completely up to you. So guys, that'll be coming your way. I want to thank all of my subscribers that are in the tier where they get the shout out. By the way, this is part of why I started a Patreon, was because of that day that YouTube decides to implode on itself. I think it's funny because like all these bigger channels are like, oh, all my videos are getting unmonetized. Mine aren't monetized. I have not had a single video be demonetized except for my grammar Nazi video, and all I had to do was change the word Nazi to police and then resubmit for approval, and they approved it in like a minute. So, Chaz Stewart, Sean Johnson, Matthew Zablisky, Jess Kopus. I know I said it wrong last time too. God! Tyler Bester, Matt Allen, Lucian Nalo, Jason Young, Kennedy Wren. Why is Jess Kopus on here twice? That's bizarre. Saber Prime. Those are all of my Patreon supporters that are in that tier. Which, by the way, if you are curious about my Patreon, it is linked in the description box and in the cards and on the end screen of every video. Except for the one where I went off on EC. That one, nothing was linked in. Because I just wanted to get it up. I wanted to flip him the bird so bad publicly. Which, by the way, I did take the high route on that. For those of you that were wondering, because I know a lot of you don't follow me on Twitter, I did get his IP address. I did get his home address. And I do have his home telephone number. But I didn't want to be on that level. That was more of an insurance policy for me. So I do an exclusive Q&A live stream for my patrons every month. That way, because I know you guys have probably been in there when I'm doing an actual Q&A or a live stream from my phone, the chat moves so fast. Oh my god, it moves so fast. And then some people get upset when I slow the chat down to try to answer every question. So sometimes I just have to pick and choose and just read what stands out. By the way, I absolutely love YouTube Super Chat. Like, that's a sweet feature. However, this is the only thing I dislike about it. Juan de los Juanes donated like $50 in the live stream and showed like $50. The depressing part is that was Mexican $50, which is like $2 American. Heads up. Those of you who didn't know, it reads in their currency and then translates over to yours. So it's a little deceptive when it posts $10, $20. Because I was in there and I was like, well, this doesn't add up. None of this makes sense. Because it says he donated these and it had MX before it, which I didn't know exactly why it said MX. I figured it was Mexico. And then I looked it up and it's because it's in pesos. And that's long story short there. But guys, I really appreciate all the support. You guys are an awesome community. And I love what we were able to build here on YouTube. I'm not going anywhere. I really hope YouTube doesn't take away all my advertising money. But I'm not going anywhere. And I will probably talk more about the advertising thing at another point during this month as well. Mostly because I hate the Wall Street Journal and PewDiePie started evidently a war. And all YouTubers should really come together to kind of stick it to them. It's fine. I get it. They want to remain relevant. Too bad their journalists go and bash people for being Nazis, but then post stuff like I went to a Hanukkah party and didn't know Jews could fry, or were so adept at frying. Seriously? Come on. You guys are more racist than anyone on YouTube. Go check out Ethan on H3H3's video. Just look at his Wall Street Journal video. It's bad. Well done, Ethan. But guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to have a lot more content coming for you soon. As a lot of you have seen, I have a lot of ambitious goals for this month. And I have no idea how I'm going to achieve most of them. But we'll find out. Guys, I'll see you soon and thanks for watching.